I'll start with the fact that I love Seattle. It's one of my favorite cities, and so I know I definitely wanted to do something there. But found out pretty last minute about the busking regulations in Seattle, which if you don't know, busking is like the proper term of what it's called when like you're street performing and everything. So in order to busk in Seattle, there's like a bunch of regulations, especially at like Pike's Place, which is one of the most touristy places in all of Seattle aside from the Space Needle. There's like designated places that you're only supposed to perform. There's just all kinds of things that you got to get, permits and all that. And so then it was like, oh, and they were just very against amps.
That's the only thing. That's what I worry about is the amp. That's what I'm scared of. There's still cars coming.
That was another plot twist. Was I totally have an amp, so we'll see what happens. And then I looked up other cities and their regulations, and a lot of other cities were like, you're not bothering anybody beyond like 50, 100 feet. It's fine. We don't care. But Seattle is just like, this is the way it has to be. This is what we do. And it's like a big thing. So we tried to set up like on a corner and just do it real quick.
CD security?
Yeah.
Where?
Everywhere.
Everywhere?
Like, all right, maybe I could jam out a quick 10 minutes here before security comes around.
How often was security coming by? Like how often?
Maybe every 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes?
They walk around. They took off that way.
When? How long ago?
Like 5 minutes ago.
5 minutes ago?
That was the thing. They were circling the perimeter. And right when I was setting up there was a guy that was in like the little cafe or whatever it was, and he came out and he's like, "Oh, well, if you guys don't have your permit, then you can't do it here." And I'm like, well, damn, you suck as a person. You can't like look the other way for 10 minutes. So we found a new place that looked like it was a pretty ideal setup, and there's a bunch of people on the grass, so that was nice too. Okay, well, I felt like that was our best bet, but still, we're trying to like look around for security and everything. So I was just more focused on like, let's get the set done so we don't like get arrested or at least scolded by an officer. Get a stern talking to. I didn't want that to happen. No stern talking tos. Not in Seattle. Not today.
Now or never, brother. We'll see what happens. I don't think there'll be any security back here. So we'll see what happens.
So I just did my thing and started out, and man, Seattle did not disappoint.
Testing. Hey, yo, Seattle! What's up, y'all? We about to do some jokes over here. Who likes jokes? Stand-up comedy. Any of you like jokes? Come on over here. We about to do the thing. Come on in tight. I see some people sleeping on the grass. I'm sorry to wake y'all up. There's people over there doing Tai Chi. There's people behind me. Hi, how y'all doing? What's up? If anybody likes jokes, we're gonna do some jokes over here. Y'all can come over here. I swear to God, I won't bite.
First of all, nobody would get close to me. That was the thing. It was a real struggle to get people to come within a certain shot of me. I got one girl to come up and watch for a couple
You either smiling at me or somebody just send you a funny text. Why don't you come on over here, girl? You here by yourself or you got friends? You got friends? Come on over. There we go. All right, we're going to have one come over. All right, we got one audience member. Thank you very much, miss. And then a side crowd who's clapping for you. Right on. They're going to watch me do
After
a show
while,
for
she was
you,
the only one,
essentially.
and she's like, this is awkward that I'm the only one standing here. So she like found a separate group off to the side to go hang out with conspicuously. So that was fun. Then there was the hippie. The hippie was a good time.
You like jokes too, brother? Right on, man. Who doesn't love jokes? I love your hat and your hair. Right on, man. Do you have any mushrooms? Because you look like you have mushrooms.
I don't, but 3 days ago you should have.
3 days ago? Dude, do you know how many times I've tried to get mushrooms from somebody and they were like, bro, 3 days ago I had everything on lock. You don't even know. 3 days ago we had them all. Right on, man. I like how he's like, I love jokes. And he just ran away. He just ran away. That's how this is
It
going.
was fun. because I don't know where he came from. A lady, presumably a lady, maybe. He was odd. Could have been a test tube baby. Entirely a possibility. But he was an odd one. Because he would like come and go, and he loved
the other side of the road. They're like, he's probably yelling about Jesus. It's entirely a possibility. Are you possessed right now? Is that what it was? I started talking about Jesus and he started having trouble. This is great. Hey, if anything, I made one hippie laugh, and I mean, I think that means an angel gets its wings, right?
Yeah, especially when I was talking about drugs. I was talking about drugs. He was all over.
You're not gonna pop mushrooms and go to the bank. That's not a thing. Nobody's gonna be like, excuse me, I'd like to withdraw $1 million today, please. And it's like, sir, you've only got $45 in your account. You're like, hold on a sec, I'm gonna go outside and have a conversation with this tree because money is made of paper and paper grows on trees, right? My man who's done mushrooms before has had that thought. That's how you know the mushrooms are working.
But he was a big fan of me, and like he would go away and then come back, and he'd like have stuff. Like at one point he was like sitting in front of me, just loving life. Just looked like Billy Madison on the carpet in elementary school, you know. So he was looking adorable. Then later on, he came back. He sat next to me, and it looked like he had looked like he was trying to like make a shiv or something. He had like a stick. He had things, and I didn't notice at the time. But hindsight, I was probably a little worried what that was. I don't know what he was doing. And then he came back. He had a jean jacket. That was fun. He had a jean jacket and a hat.
Every time I see you, you come with new clothes. Where are you going? Do I want a hat? Sure, I'll take a hat. Absolutely. I got a hat now, guys. That's a thing. And you came back with a jean jacket. Like, did you and Macklemore just go thrift shopping? I know we're in Seattle, and that would make sense, wouldn't it? He's over here popping tags. Goodness gracious. I'm excited to see what you're going to come back with next.
Don't know where he got those from. Maybe killed somebody, stole them. Could have been. I don't know. He wouldn't tell. But he had it, and he gave me the hat. I wasn't going to put it on my head, because that just seemed counterintuitive. And also, look at my head. I would break a hat if I put it on this hair.
I shouldn't leave. I have a hippie's hat. Hey, there he is. And he's wearing a different shirt. Oh, my God. You're wearing a night. Did you steal that from a linebacker? What happened? Here we go. Hold on. There we go. Right on, man. It's like the rite of passage. I'm standing in front of the big wooden thing, and I just put a hat on you. Goodness gracious. Yeah, no, it makes sense that that's when the black family would leave, is when it started to become something that seemed too ceremonial. It's like, okay, now a white guy's on a box, putting a hat on another white guy's head. This is entirely too much for me. I think we should have just stayed inside today.
And he just kept coming and going. At one point, I sent him off to get a lady. That was his duty, because he kept bringing back stuff. And I was just like, well, go get it'd be impressive if you got a lady to come back with you, even just to agree to come back and say hello.
Come back with a lady. That would be impressive. If you were to come back with a lady, you're going to go come. All right, man, I'll sit here and wait. If you're going to come back with a lady, we could do it.
And I don't know entirely that he found a lady. And I'm a little worried that I gave him that job and never heard anything again. So, sorry, lady, if anything hippie-ish happened to you, which realistically you probably just got like a sweaty high five. You might smell a little bit like B.O., and you probably had a really awesome acid trip. So, you're welcome, actually.
Oh, are you guys on a scavenger hunt? Yes? Okay. This is a scavenger hunt. You guys, you're watching white people extracurricular activities at its finest right now. We're doing a scavenger hunt.
It was like a scavenger hunt. It was like a group. Scavenger hunts are like, it's white people at their finest, let me tell you. Because white people, we get so bored. And we go, let's make a list of random things for us to go out and collect in this world, because we're not threatened by anything. It's a very odd practice. And sure enough, there was a cavalcade of white folks behind me.
Oh, you're reading the sign. What does the sign say? It's hard to read. Right on. That's an odd thing for a sign to say.
Trying to figure out what the wood meant, which seemed odd to me, because there wasn't anything on that one. That one was blank. There was stuff on the other one. So I would, like, if I was making the scavenger list, I'd be like, hey, find out what, like, the wood means, the good one. Like, the one with the stuff on it, and the paintings, and the carvings, and the what have you. Not just the wood.
Anybody got any guesses as to what this wood means? Can anybody guess? Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means? Right on. What does it mean, miss? It means this. Okay, that does nothing for us. We can't write that down there. They're trying to read to see what it means. Are you just a Cleveland Indians fan? Is that what you're doing? Just like it means woo. This is Wisconsin? Is that a thing? I don't know. We're in Seattle. Wisconsin, we only know is cheese. Now, if I'm doing jokes about nacho, that would make sense. I don't know. Do you guys have to figure out what that one means? Because that one's got more stuff on it. You don't think so? It just said this one specifically? Are you sure it was this wood and it wasn't just the person that made that list messing with you? Like, just tell them to find out what the wood means. What wood? Any wood. It doesn't matter. They're going to be in the forest for days.
Very odd. And it's also more odd that, like, they were so adamant about finding out what that wood meant that they wedged behind somebody very clearly struggling to do a mediocre comedy set. And we're like, we need to be here right now. So, excuse me, what does this mean? And they were probably a little irritated that I was talking about them the entire time. But in my defense, nothing I said was inaccurate. So, there's at least that.
Somebody said cats. Hey, there we go. The kids are like, okay, we can participate now. We have cats. Right on. Where's your cat? You don't take your cat for a walk?
No, we're from Boston.
You're from Boston. That's a long way to
Kids
walk
were
your
fun.
cat.
They forgot what their cat's name was for a second, which was fun. They all kind of had to like look at each other for a second. Like, what do we call that thing? I don't know. We're not from here. So, I mean, it's been a while since we've seen the cat.
Oh, you guys are from Boston, too. Maybe it's just a thing in Boston. They just don't allow dogs there. That just seems to be what it is. You guys got dogs? No, but we got lots of cats and baked beans. Oh, my goodness. Right on. What's your cat's name? Did you forget?
Emmy.
What is it?
Emmy.
Emmy? Oh, did you win that cat? Are you certain? If you had a cat named Emmy, you should have won that cat in some type of competition. If you edged out Alec Baldwin to get that cat, I would be very impressed. And if you didn't, that is now the lie you tell all of your friends once they meet your cat. Yeah, I stole this cat from Alec Baldwin. I won him.
They were close to MVP for Seattle, but there was just a lot of MVPs. The hippie was MVP. The black family over to my right, they were MVP. Crazy guy in the hat.
Hi, I like your hat, sir. Does that keep you sheltered from the sun? Right on, man. Very cool. That's awesome. Are you a part of the scavenger hunt?
What did you learn? Seattle 101, what did you learn?
Alrighty. That's how that happened. That was perfect. Also, not the first time I've asked an audience member something and they started yelling something else. That's also not. Hey, sir, how you doing? Hey, everybody! So, right on. Whatever he's selling, I hope he sells a lot of it. You should hook up with the hippie. He'll buy something off of you. He just bought a jean jacket.
He was MVP just because he was living his own life. He wasn't going to let any wild street performer ask him a question that he wasn't ready to answer. He was just going to move right on and wave his Sounders flag. Just completely ignored me. Just, oh, hey, man, does that hat help you? Sounders! Alrighty. Well, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. So bizarre. So bizarre. So he was MVP in a lot of ways, but overall, I think it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I think the set itself, I think, went better than the set I did in Oakland. But I mean, that's also because I didn't ever feel like I was going to get my ass kicked. Just sometimes felt like we might get arrested, which I don't know why that's not as bad in my mind. Neither here nor there. But I thought it was great, and everybody was very receptive after. Like, that was the other odd part. Is like, during, I could see that people were very attentive. Like, everybody on the grass had turned. We had people on both sides. So there was a lot of people paying attention. They were invested, and they were having a good time. I could kind of hear them laughing and smiling. But they weren't, like, getting close or going nuts or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, I probably did okay. Afterwards, everybody's like, oh, that was great. Oh, it was so good. I'm just like, where were you when I was doing this? You should have, like, came. Was it the hippie? What scared you? I'm very confused. Was it the white people on a scavenger hunt? I know it's a very unusual thing, but they mean well. At least they're doing that, not marching through the downtown area in the middle of the street with tiki torches. Right? Shame on you white people. And then there was the captain. She was the captain of downtown Seattle, selling water and Gatorade, I think, and soda. but she had a captain's hat on, so she was the captain, damn it.
I'm the captain. I'm the captain of the mothership.
And she said I did a good job. And if you can get a black lady with a captain's hat on a hot day in Seattle to say you did a good job entertaining those folks, then by golly, you did a good job.
Keep up the good work. Thank you. Love you.
Thank you.
Woo,
Thank
woo.
you. I love Seattle.
Seattle, I love you. You did not disappoint. And, well, hell, now we're on to the next one.